and welcome to Easy Play Piano. If you're new to piano improvisation or ready to pick up a few new tips and tricks, then you found the perfect place to begin your piano improvisational journey. If you're feeling confused about how to arrange chords and want to feel confident improvising at the piano in any social situation, don't miss your chance to sign up for a free consultation below and let's chat. I'll leave a link down below in the description box. I help people just like you go from confused and confident to improvise at the piano in any social setting. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss a lesson. So if you're ready, let's get started. In today's lesson, we are in the key of A minor. So we're going to be working around sort of two chords, but they're really simple. So if you're new to piano, all you have to do is just remember to move your left hand. So A, C, and E, that's the bass chord. And this is middle C for your reference. And then you're going to move the C up. So going to the top motion towards the top of your keyboard up to D. And then the E is going to move up to the F. So you can keep your fifth finger the same, just keep it on the A. And all you're going to do is move the C and the E up to the next set of white notes to D and F. That's all you have to do. Now, the right hand is super easy as well, because in the right hand, we're going to play these two notes, A and B, okay? Simple two notes. Practice those back and forth. Now, when we put it together, it will sound like this. A, then B in your right hand, and then back down to A. Now, this is all you really need to know. This is what is going to form the base of our improvisation. Now, if you've been following me for any time on YouTube, you know I always like to keep things really simple, because for me, I believe that the beauty of improvisation is in its simplicity and the feeling of freedom that you feel when you improvise. So we have the A and the B in my right hand. Again, my left hand's just moving between the C and the E and the D and the F. So practice this a few times until you feel really comfortable. Now we're going to add a little variation. So we're going to keep with the same configuration with the A and the B, but this time we're going to play the A in our left hand first, and then we're going to play the rest of the chord in our left hand with the A in our right hand. So it'll sound like A, left hand, the rest of the chord, and then the A in the right hand. Same with the next chord, A, and then up to the B. Remember, we're just moving the left hand up two notes and then back down, A, and then up to B, okay? And basically, you're just making this rocking motion. So rock it, back and forth, up to the B, down to the A, up to the B. Practice this a few times. You're just rocking back and forth. That's all you have to do. Now see, you've already made your first variation for improvisation. Now we're going to add a little bit more rhythmic up-leveling. Now the beauty of improvisation is you can keep this as simple, or you can start to add what I call different textures, different rhythms, anything you want. But in this example, all we're going to do is we're still going to keep the same notes, so the A and the B, but this time in the left hand, we're going to move A, move to the next chord, and we're going to move in with our right hand, moving to the A and the B like this. A, B, right? So it's still the rocking motion, but it has a little bit more momentum. So let me play it for you a little bit faster so you can get the sound in your ear. Now bear in mind, we're still playing the same notes. We've just changed the rhythm in our left hand. Now, to give this a little bit more creation, I'm going to share with you the A harmonic minor scale. So if you're new to piano, don't worry, it's really easy. All you're going to do is start with the A. So for your reference, this is made a C. You're going to count up to the A. So the notes are C, D, E, F, G, A. And then what you'll do is to find the A harmonic minor scale, you'll play A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, and then A. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G sharp, and A. If you need to practice this a couple times, feel free. And the reason I am sharing this scale with you is because when we begin to create, we're going to add some really interesting textural patterns with our left hand. And anything, all of the notes in the A harmonic minor scale are free. So you can use any of the notes here to fill in with your right hand and to experiment and to add texture. So let's look now at what we're going to do with our left hand. So with our left hand, all we're going to do is we're going to play those same notes, the A, the C, and the E, and then again, we're going to move up to the D and the F, but now we're going to really up level the rhythm. So the rhythm will sound like this, A, C. We're going to actually just play the chord. We're going to arpeggiate it. That means instead of playing the blocked chord, we're going to play each note of the chord one at a time. So A, C, E, back down to C, and then our next chord, A, D, F, D. Okay, so still same chords, we're just breaking it up like this. Break up the chord. Now you can play this as slow or as fast as you like. So I'm going to play it just a little bit faster so you have an example of what it could sound like. Now remember back when I shared with you that A harmonic minor scale, this is why the top, the treble clef is left blank with the bracket. So whenever you see a bracket, that means you can play whatever you like. So I'm going to play the left hand as written, okay? But my right hand, I'm just going to improvise based on that A harmonic minor scale. So let's see what it sounds like. I'm going to play the opening a few times. I'm going to add my right hand. So I played whatever came to my mind. I stayed within the parameters of that A harmonic minor scale, and I encourage you to do the same. Now here is where we're going to explore a little bit further. So now, as of now, we've been playing our two chords, the A, C, and E, around middle C. So middle C is where you sit in front of the piano. Now we're going to take this to the lower octave. Now we're going to stretch out the chord. So instead of playing it close together, A, C, and E, we're actually going to play from A to A. And we're going to play A, E, A, E. Okay, so we're opening the chord up. We're not going to play that C, A, E, A, E. We're going to play the next chord, A, D, F, D. Again, we're opening that chord up a little bit and we're playing it in a lower octave. Open the chord, next chord. Try that a few times. It's still a broken chord and it still has a rocking motion. Now, remember back to that A harmonic minor scale. Now you can play any notes in that harmonic minor scale in any order, in any rhythm. And now whenever I am exploring in my improvisation, I always like to start with the rhythm of my left hand. And this sort of gets my mind flowing in that improvisational vein of what I'm going to play. Now remember, just to give you a little context, you can play anything from the A harmonic minor scale. It doesn't have to be all the notes. It can be just a few of them, whatever sounds good to you. So I'm going to start with my left hand rhythm pattern, and I'm going to add in my right hand. And see, it's not always the same, and that's the beauty of improvisation, is you can truly explore and make it your own. I want to give you a few more options. So for the left hand, this time, if you don't want to break up the chord, you can also play it blocked, but we're still going to play it open. Now, this does require a little bit of a jump. So if you have smaller hands, like I do, my hands are not that large. I can play an octave comfortably, but any more than that, it's a bit of a stretch for me. So we're going to play the same basic chord structure, but we're going to break it up and we're going to jump. So we're going to play A and jump to E and C, back to A, and we're going to play the other chord. Remember the D and the F, we're going to break it up and jump it. Same chord, break it up and jump it. A and F and D. Same chord, we're just going to invert it and break it and jump it. Practice this a few times. Right hand is intentionally left blank so you can make it your own. I'm going to add just a few notes from the A harmonic minor scale. I'm going to play this a few times until I feel comfortable, and I'm going to add my right hand. So as you can see, just because you're improvising doesn't mean that everything has to be really cluttered and focused. Sometimes letting a lot of air in between the measures and not even playing the right hand all the time, just letting the left hand sing for itself, is really, I think, a very underutilized improvisational technique. So I encourage you to, when you're improvising, remember, keep things really open and flowing, very light, and let, for example, the water flow through your improvisation. And finally, I want to show you one more option, again with the jumps, but this time we're going to change just one note. Instead of playing the F and the D, we're going to play it as an F sharp to give it a little bit more tension. So it will sound something like this. Gives it a totally different color, okay? So just to compare, I'll play for you what we played before. We jumped. Okay, now we're going to add the F sharp. So this is really interesting because when you improvise, you have the freedom to change just one note or more notes, whatever tickles your fancy. But for this example, I'm just changing the F to the F sharp. Isn't that beautiful? Congratulations, you've completed this lesson. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next lesson.